Good morning, Houston. I'm Ryan Ferguson with your news at 2 on Channel 43. In today's news, Elon Musk's Twitter buyout has brought unexpected reactions. How will it affect you? Learn how a hidden gem of Houston is bringing a new flavor of art. And finally, savings from the sun? See how solar energy is helping Houstonians cut costs. All on Channel 43. Let's start with some developing stories.
Residents in West Campus were shocked when they woke up to find their home had been broken into and booby-trapped by a previous resident of the home. 22-year-old Terrain Johnson broke into the house after a drug bin. Current resident Azan Jamal found Johnson scouring through his laptop when he woke up in the morning.
It was pretty jarring to find out my house had been home alone while I slept, but I'm glad I have a name and a face now instead of worrying about some random person breaking in and trying to harm me and my roommates.
Johnson left the house before police arrived. However, before leaving, he did tell members of the house that he had in fact been using crystal meth for the past 2 months. Jamal also informed us that he has tried to contact mental health and substance abuse clinics to find Johnson a better home, but has had no luck. Families in Red Bluff were shocked when they came outside at 9 o'clock Saturday night to find a white pickup truck laying on its side in the middle of the street. Armando Rendon, a resident of the neighborhood, says this is the first time he has seen something like this happen here.
Was turned over, and my family came out with me as well because we all heard the noise. And when we saw, because there were other neighbors outside as well, they were trying to get out a man, and he was distressed and he appeared drunk.
Luckily, there were no serious injuries or property damage. The suspect has been taken into custody after being treated for minor injuries.
Next up, let's take a dive into Houston art culture.
Eduardo Moran is a local Houstonian artist who is deeply involved with the graffiti art scene and community for the past decade. Moran is one of the many artists who lives the impact that graffiti and street art has brought to Houston.
There's been a big growth, like even in styles. We have a lot of New York artists moving in, so they're bringing whatever their flavor to the scene. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a big melting pot. And the cool thing about Houston is that like it's so big, you probably won't even notice.
It is only the beginning for graffiti art in Houston, and as the city evolves, the art community follows closely behind.
A little place in Houston you might have never heard of is now gaining love and support as it grows in popularity. With it garnering more attention due to social media, you too might want to pay this place a visit. Located on the east end of Houston, there is a museum with a very unique design. Despite it being open to the public in 1979, Houstonians know little about it. Melanie, an employee of the Orange Show, has been a part of the show since attending college and shared her experience.
I think it's provided a lot of fun activities for people in the community. Like today we're having a mosaic class at the Smoother Park, and it allows people to do something they've wanted to try before, or get to know more about the arts of Houston.
Due to the use of the internet, they have gained a bigger audience and continue to grow.
Recently, we've been noticing an increase of people coming by hundreds, by thousands to come visit the place due to social media such as TikTok. Instagram has really put this place more on the map, and I think it's kind of broadening people's perspective of what we're about.
The art car parade and art workshops are some of the bigger events that you might want to attend.
The day before that is a party at the Discovery Green, so it's kind of, we do a preview, so you get to go there and see the cars kind of standing there and kind of get up close. The parade's very fast, you just see them go by. My favorite car in the art cars is the big old cockroach. It is ginormous, and it's just made out of just this bronze looking metal, spray painted bronze, and everybody, like when they look at it, they get like the shivers because it's just a giant cockroach. That's my favorite one.
A place of wonder and joy, all here in Houston. If you'd like to know more about the show, you can visit their website at full.orangeshow.org.
I might have to take a visit. Now, let's take a look at a musical composer who's on the rise, some issues with student debt, and how those solar panels could actually be helpful. Composers are enjoying an improved average salary. Musical composers are seeing increased salaries over the years. While the number of jobs for this career still remains limited, the importance of music and entertainment is evident through their salary. Michael Guevara, a student at Lone Star College, spoke about music's influence on entertainment.
Usually all of other forms of media get way differently depending on how good said music is. So the music itself vastly affects how other sites of media are actually viewed.
With the salary of composing rising along with the ability to create music at home, makes music composition a tantalizing career choice.
Alongside harder exams and longer papers, college brings new challenges as students must learn how to provide for themselves. One main hurdle students face as they seek a higher education is that it comes with a hefty price. To pay for classes, textbooks, and other needs, oftentimes students must work a job on the side. Mason Finnan is a full-time student at the University of Houston and works a part-time job as a waiter. Finnan, who has been serving tables at a restaurant for the past 4 years, talks about his experiences with balancing both responsibilities.
So it is hard since I work nights and go to school during the day, but you just have to take advantage of the time in between, the little few hours or few minutes you have between classes or before you go to work can be really valuable whenever you don't have a lot of time.
Winter is finally upon us, and this year many families in Houston and around the state are looking to not only reduce their energy bills, but also ensure that their lights stay on in the case of another mass freeze. Trident Energy Consulting is one of a few companies that is helping folks stay warm this season without breaking the bank.
The number one thing we do for our clients is make their property more energy efficient, right? So whether that's installing solar panels or connecting electric vehicle chargers.
Renewable energy has come into the spotlight over the past decade due to climate change and the surge of oil prices. Founder of Trident Solar Consulting, Arish Charania, was inspired by this green wave when he was working at Tesla, but he says there's a lot of misinformation out there regarding solar energy.
The cost of solar panels has dropped 80% since 2009. It's something that's more affordable than paying for your electric bill these days.
The price of electricity in Houston has doubled since the start of the pandemic. Renewable energy not only offers people a chance to take control of the energy they pay for, but also the quality of it.
You're going to be powering your entire house on clean energy and green energy.
The push to go green is also enhanced by financial factors. Solar energy provides citizens with independence from the global market, foreign affairs, and price surges.
A lot of things that are being shaken up right now is due to the Ukraine and Russia war. Russia is one of the biggest exporters of oil and gas for 90% of Europe.
People around the world are gearing up for a future with clean and affordable energy. If you're interested in going green, companies like Trident Solar Consulting are here to help you make the switch.
Now, some news from Cheyenne.
Thanks, Ryan. Technology is always changing. Now let's take a look at a few topics buzzing around the internet.
Being your own boss is all the rage these days, and younger generations are taking advantage of it. With the expansion of technology and social media, many new ways of earning a living digitally is possible. Providing services through apps and websites or even becoming a content creator have become very popular. Sites like YouTube and TikTok are a few of the main sources of self-made content and content creators. Today we have Hudson Flowers, who is a full-time freelance video editor and edits content for clients to upload to their channels.
I love it. I love the time that I have for myself. I get to really control my own schedule, and I get to be really flexible with how I want to spend all my time, and I don't have to answer to anyone.
In the future, Hudson wants to further the idea of being his own boss through making and producing his own content.
Meta is making a new headset to replace your entire desk. This new VR headset will allow you to do everything that your desktop will do and more. Zuckerberg said that the Project Cambria will be more focused on work use cases, eventually replacing your laptop or your work setup, a blend of virtual reality with the physical world. They seem to want to push more into the metaverse as it continues to develop over time. They still plan to make their other products, like the Quest, but are focusing on Project Cambria for now.
The new Twitter CEO, Elon Musk, is already facing a logistical nightmare after just 3 weeks. The once hopeful acquisition now faces a substantial loss of revenue. Crisis started with the departure of multiple advertisers. Companies such as General Mills, Volkswagen, and Pfizer have all paused funding for Twitter, citing a lack of faith in Musk's leadership. This is a huge blow, as 89% of Twitter's revenue comes from advertisers. Musk attempted to cut costs by terminating most of his staff. However, many employees have also left voluntarily, following Musk's email demanding more intense work hours.
Heard the pushback he's gotten from his staff about how it's hurting them more than it's helping them. I don't get the idea behind it.
The negative sentiment only grew after the launch of Twitter Blue. Elon Musk claimed that the monthly service would combat false accounts and boost revenue. This launch would fail, however, as the service launched in an unfinished state.
But when he added that, people could go, oh, I can spend $8 and now I can pretend to be someone, which just made more fake accounts. And from what I saw, people made fake accounts of Elon Musk.
Supporters of Musk, however, have countered, saying the difficulties with Twitter aren't entirely his fault. Many cite that Twitter was already losing advertisers due to prior scandals and that Musk is simply facing the fallout.
As the company wasn't turning a profit by the time he picked it up. So at this point, he's doing what he can to make it a profitable venture for himself and for the company as a whole, because a company losing money isn't going to be a company for very long.
At present, Elon Musk is shutting down the Twitter offices as he calls all code engineers to an emergency meeting. There they hope to discuss a solution to Twitter's financial crisis. That's all we have for now, folks. Next up, Donald Trump recently has his Twitter account reinstated. After that, Pizza Hut becomes the first pizza delivery service to go to space. And finally, mall store Santas now being armed by stores to protect customers against potential robbers. Find out all this and more at 2:30 on Channel 43 News. I've been your host, Ryan Ferguson. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.